Hello, I am Mr. Latcham and today I'm going to be teaching us about stamina. Now, stamina might seem like a really weird word, however, all it means is doing things for a long time. So, we will be doing it through football today, however, you can adapt it however you like. The area I'm going to use is this small area here. The reason we're using small area is because you can always make things bigger really easily. It doesn't matter if you don't have all the equipment because you can always adapt it. We can use, I've got some hand sanitizer bottles, I've got some old pairs of shorts, I've got some drinks bottles, and I've got some clipboards here. And they are going to be my gates. But before we start anything, any kind of activity, what do we need to do? We need to do a warm-up. We need to be warm so our body is ready to do exercise and we don't get hurt when we start doing things a bit faster. So, using these gates here, I'm going to go in and out of them and see how many I can do in 1 minute. Now, I can go in any direction, and if you have more than one person doing it, you can make it a little competition between you. And if you have bigger space, obviously you can put the gates further away and have more gates to go through. So let's get started. 3, 2, 1, go. As you can see, I'm just walking at the moment. I don't want to go too fast. I can go in that one, round, and in again. Again, I'm making sure I am moving slower, but I will speed up as we go through. I can go through backwards if I need to. I can go through sideways. And if you want to make it harder, you can go all forward and slowly walk through the gates. So you're going to do that for 1 whole minute. I'm going to see how many gates you can go through. Now that is round 1. We are starting to feel a little bit warm, but not warm enough. So we might have to move a little bit quicker. That means we're going to have to move our legs more, our arms more, and we're going to try and use a bit of agility. We're going to go in and out, changing our direction. So let's give that one a go. Feel free to pause the video whenever you like, so you have time to do all of these activities. So, go! See, I'm staying low, and I'm going through. I can do side steps, I can do quick hits, and I can keep going through. Go backwards, and again, if you want to go, make it harder for yourself, stay low, all the way through, and we can complete that warm-up. Again, if you're going to do it, do each stage for a minute, and then after that minute, take a little break, get your breath back. If you're breathing heavily after working really hard and really fast, you can always put your hands on your head to help get some more oxygen into our blood. More air means we won't be breathing as heavily. So, as we said earlier, stamina is the key word today. So we're going to be doing things for a long time. I have got a few challenges to do using the football. And the best thing is, if you don't have a football, you can use a pillow, you can use an old toy, you can use a toilet roll, anything like this, and we should be able to do the same kind of skills. So, I have got myself a football here, and I'm going to do the exact same warm-up. However, I'm now going to do it with a football. For those of you who might be playing football for the first time, don't worry if it doesn't go very well or if the football's all over the place. That's awesome because we're still playing football. However, few little tips. When you're kicking the ball around, don't start kicking it. Don't do that. All we're going to do is little touches using the inside of our foot, and we're we're going to bend our knees. So, I would go little touch, turn around, little touch. If I want to stop the ball, I can always put my foot on top of it, or if I'm really good, I should be able to stop it by putting my foot down. So we're going to do that warm up again. Again, use bigger space if you want to. Challenge each other, make the gate smaller or bigger. You can go with one. I'm going to stop here because I'm going to go that way. You can turn around, go through this one, stop, all the way through, and I'm going to work on this for 1 more minute. Now, when you're doing this, it's all about making sure this ball stays close to your foot. So you don't need to whack it anywhere, and you can still do it in small space. If it's too difficult, just do what I would do. Take a gate out, and you have a bit more space. So, that is your warm-up completed in terms of making yourself warm. Now, we're going to go onto our challenges. Give me 1 second to clear up, and then we'll do our challenges. So, the first challenge I want us to do, and I want to see, and you can message your teachers, you can message your school, with your score, if you're really excited about it, you can message us. How many toe taps can we do? Now, toe taps, you're going to put your ball flat on the floor. It could be a cushion, toilet bowl, again, doesn't matter. And you're going to put your foot on top of it, foot back, foot on top, foot back, other foot, and we're going to lightly touch the top of the ball. And we're going to do this for 30 seconds. If at first you want to practice going slowly, and when we get faster we'll go. So, 30 seconds. I will count my time. Set yourself a challenge until you can see if you can beat me as well. So 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Got 10 more seconds. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. And time's up. Now, I've been working hard for 30 seconds. I might be feeling a little bit warm, that's good. Might be feeling a bit out of breath, that is good as well. We can get our breath back by doing that technique again. And I just want you to stop. Stop for a few seconds, and we'll go back onto it. So, how can we make this harder for yourself? If you think that's too easy, what you can do is try and bring your knees higher between each one. So instead of going 1, 2, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What else can you do? If you think that's really difficult, then what you can do, just try practicing 1, and then 2. Make sure the ball stops between every single one. 3, 4. Now, this might be difficult. We are going to try and beat the last score that we just did. Some of you might have done a really, really high score, and I hope you have. And I just want to see if you can get at least one more than that score. That's your challenge. So, 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 23, 24, 25, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 33, 34, 35, 37, 38, 39, 40, 42, 43, 44, much heavier. And I've been going for 1 minute of this activity, plus about 3, 4, 5 minutes on this warm-up. Therefore, we've been doing lots of activity and only a little bit of resting. We do need to stop between because otherwise our body won't have enough energy. So again, hands behind your head if you get tired. And we are going to get ready for our next challenge. And our next one we are going to do is called penguin feet. Again, feel free to pause whenever you like on this video and get more recovery time if you need it. However, we're trying to do as much activity as much time because that's our stamina. So, penguin feet. This is really good for controlling the ball, and when we start dribbling in football, when we start dribbling around, it'll make us quicker and it also makes us better players. So penguin feet is you can have your feet about shoulder width apart, stand like this with the football or whatever you're using between. Now, you're going to pass the football between each foot like this, because when you see penguins walk, they waddle. And this is why we call it penguin feet, because we're going to basically be waddling our legs between like this. Now, this is quite a high skill for some of you, and that means we need to work out how we can do it easier and how we can make it harder. So, the normal way is just to be doing it like this. Now, if you want to make it a bit easier, then what you can do is pass it to that foot, stop it, or stop it. Pass it to this foot, stop it, and then we keep practicing like this, okay? If you want to make it a bit more difficult, then I would like you to start moving around the room and moving with that ball while doing it, and that will make it difficult. If you're moving around, try not to look always at the football, look up every now and then, or you might run into something and you might fall over. So, 30 seconds. How many can we do? This one's a bit faster, so you might need someone else to count for you. So ready? And go. 5, 6, 8. And stop there. I know there's a bit more time for some of you, however, I'd like to get through this, so if you do 30 seconds, just again, pause the video and we can go through. Stamina. Again, lots of activity here, but we need our rest time. So again, I'm going to breathe. And I'm going to think about how I can improve this for next time. If you saw me, I was bringing the ball out quite wide between my feet. If I want to be doing it better, I can do it really close, like this, and we're going to be working our legs really hard, and in a second, I'm going to move around while doing it. So, take some rest on, get ready to do your challenge again, and all you're trying to do is beat your score. If you want to make it a bit more competitive, you can move between 2 points doing it, and see if you can keep control of it. So are we ready? And go. I'm looking up, and I'm going to turn around. I'm looking up, and it's gone. But I put my foot on the ball, and that meant I've controlled it. Good, good, good. Keep working. For those of you who still are on the easier side of it, make it a little bit more difficult, move it a bit further while you're stationary. And stop. If you're still going on your timer, please feel free to pause. And that is 2 skills which will improve our football loads, but also make us work hard. I know lots of you miss doing sports like football and stuff like that, and hopefully we can get back to that as soon as possible. Doing these skills means when we go back to school, we will just be that little bit better and we'll be able to play better quality games. Now, this is one of those that if you think you can do it, awesome. If you can't, we can slightly adapt it. We're going to add some skills in, and it's called a step over. Now, if you want to, you can do it using the football or something stationary like maybe teddy bear, cushion, toilet bowl, something like that. I'm using a cone for my one. Now, step over makes it look really cool, but we're also going to be working on big muscles down here and also our little muscles that make sure we don't fall over. So you're going to step over here, and you're going to just keep going like this. Have a little practice. And look, you see that I've got my knees bent, I'm looking forwards. However, at first you might want to look down just so you don't kick it too much. And slowly raise your eyes. Now, that is your starting position. If you know how to do this already, you might want to kick the ball, 1, 2, stop. Kick the ball, 1, 2, stop. If you're really good, you can kick the ball and see how many you can do while it's moving. 2. Like that. Again, we are going to do 30 seconds of this. I am starting to feel really warm, so I imagine most of you are starting to work up a really warm part of your body. This is good. This means we've been working for a long time. Our stamina is increasing. So, when you're ready, 3, 2, 1, go. And stop there. So, you know the drill by now. What we're going to do, we're going to get a little bit of rest. We're going to just relax a little bit, and we're going to see if we can beat that score again. Some of you might want to progress from just the ball being stood still or the cone, and you might want to move into going around, but you might get a lower score. Don't worry about that. That means you are progressing your skill anyway. Awesome work, well done. So, next part. Another 30 seconds of this, then we are going to move on to another skill for those goalkeepers out there. I know not all of us are football players, outfield players. We're going to try and do a bit of goalkeeper training, which is good for our catching and our coordination. So when you're ready, 3, 2, 1, go. Stop there. As you can see, I found that difficult that time. I'm starting to get a bit tired. My skill level starting to go down a little bit, just because when you're tired, you can't do things as quickly. That doesn't matter again, because as we do more and more of this, we'll get our stamina up, and that means we can last longer before our skill level goes down. Again, if you need longer rests, feel free to have it. Lots of these are challenges that you can adapt into bigger spaces and over time. So, the next one we are going to do, we are going to do a goalkeeper throw. Now, you're going to hold something. I've got a football, however, I am going to use just a jumper for the moment, just to see how easy it is to adapt. And what we're going to do, we're going to practice how we throw it in the air and we catch it. Because when someone takes a shot, the keeper has to try and stop it, and we can use our whole body, and we can try and catch it. Lots of you have probably done lots of catching before, so this could be easy for you. What you're going to do, you're going to throw it in the air, catch it. Throw it in the air, catch it. Throw it in the air, catch it. If you have someone else there, they can throw it for you, and that can be even harder. If you're doing it yourself, throw it higher to make it more difficult. And if you want to make it a bit easier, throw it a bit lower, and we can do lots of catches like this. When I'm catching, I'm trying to get my little fingers together to bring it in, and my forearms are underneath it as well. So, we've got little fingers there, forearms there, 1, 2, and I've cuddle it in. If I accidentally throw it off to one side, I'm going to have to move my feet. So, I've thrown it this way, I'm going to have to move my feet, little fingers, and of course it. If we're going to do that again, I've thrown it this way, little fingers, and of course it. We're going to do that for 30 seconds. So, if someone is throwing it for you, again, please get themselves ready. I'm going to do 30 seconds. Ready, and go. 1, 2. I'm going to do it a bit higher. 3. I'm going to do it a bit forward, so I have to move. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and time's up. So, when you watch me do it, I am always looking at that ball. I'm not going to go, because otherwise I might not catch it. Now, when you get it thrown towards you, make sure you're reading it, following it with your hands. So it's coming towards me, I'm following it, and I've caught it. Use your body to hold it. If you find that difficult, again, nice low throws, little ones from here, both sides, and that'll make you a much better goalkeeper and also a better sportsman. So we're going to do that for 30 seconds more. If we're ready, 3, 2, 1, go! High, 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 little fingers in. High, 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 little fingers in. See how I turn my body. High, 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 little fingers in. High, 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 in. Good. I'm going to throw it straight up. 3, 2, 1, and stop there. Woo! I am feeling warm. I have been doing this now for, I'll just double check, 23 minutes. And what's amazing about that is we've been probably working for about 18 of those minutes, which is a lot of work. So we're going to leave it there. If you want to carry on doing this, do a bit of full skills, think about how we can do keepy uppies. If you want to start really easy, throw it up in the air, bounce, kick. Throw it in the air, bounce, kick. And that's your easy start before you do. And try and use both feet. You can use your knees, use your head. It'd be awesome to see if some of us can get onto that as an extension challenge. So back to what we said at the beginning. What was the whole word? What's the word that we need to remember? It began with an S. Just give me a second if you need to have a really good think. Stamina. Yes, so we had stamina they were looking at, which means we are working for a long period of time, working our body, and I think we've used every single muscle in our body today, which is brilliant. All of this can be adapted. If you want to do this for netball, you can do it with chest passing and throwing. You can do it using volleyball, if any of you have done volleyball before, where you can throw it up here. Basketball, you can bounce around, and we can do things like this, and maybe we'll do another video about it, okay? So you guys have a lovely, lovely day, and I hope to see some of you in schools soon. Thank you.